when this was entitled. So they have been so slow in getting this developed that this finally got to us. And one of the things you have to understand in government is once something is entitled to a developer, there is very little that a sitting city council can do down the road. And so we did what I believe is our very best to create as much traffic alleviation there as possible, the best low-income, affordable housing scenario that we can. And I'm cautiously optimistic that 15 years from now, we'll look back at that as a nice addition to our city.
Man, you used to be on the planning commission too.
Yeah, all this happened before I was even.
Okay.
Wayne, I love your question because it was direct and we kind of been beating around the bush. Your question was about traffic and how we're going to deal with it. I think every single council member is concerned about the same thing. I don't think that's an issue. I don't think there's, the real rubber hits the road is when they start putting together the plan and they start developing, really coming up with the final numbers. And then if the traffic study that we have doesn't represent the traffic that they're providing, they will have to update that study and provide additional numbers. I know that's been a big concern by the community, is whether the traffic study is too old to have the right traffic. I'm an architect, I work in the profession, I read traffic studies. I think the real issue really comes down to is once they determine how many apartments they have, how many hotel rooms they have, how big that is, how large the parking area is, and how much traffic's coming and going, they're going to have to prove in their traffic study that that can be accommodated. If it can't be, they're going to have to figure out how to make it happen, so it will be accommodated. So I don't think it's an issue that is huge in front of us. I think it's one that the traffic engineers will address in their incoming applications for development. What we've done to date is, so far, is just to prove that there can, the entitlement, basically improve the entitlement request is what's happened thus far. There's still more to go, and I agree with council members that there's more information still needed before we can really say there's going to be a traffic problem.
So it's not a blank check, but you guys will keep watch. Any more comments on this subject? This is related.
I have a last comment. One?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. As everyone has pointed out, this is a multi-phase project. And so some of the phases will be complete mostly after the diverging diamond and the I-90 intersection is completed. And so I'm not sure what the traffic study, but anyway, so having a multi-phase should help with the traffic on the road.
So they will stay diligent, and you all will stay diligent, letting them know that you're concerned about these issues. That's what democracy is about. I'm going to kind of peel out of it. So we talked about the Salish development. Sorry about conflating them. And we talked about Mill Pond. There's a specific question around Riverwalk development, which I think is kind of interesting. That's in the subject of development, so we'll go from there. Did the person who asked it want to make a comment, or should we just have the council respond?
So there's a lot of things about Riverwalk, so what in particular is somebody interested?
What is the next step? Is what it says.
So, as we said, so I'll talk policy level. So it's really to the benefit of the city to try to use that riverfront to our benefit, to kind of have it as an open space, to have it as potentially areas we can walk through and enjoy the view of where we have as part of the city. Okay? So that's the Riverwalk project, as you go through and do that. The other part of benefit there is also what we've been doing is Snoqualmie. Fortunately, we've been through a very good period of not many floods, but in the past, we've been flooded on several occasions. Right? Riverwalk is taking the opportunity in which we're getting some of those houses which are right there on the river, which are subject to flood, which have restrictions on them from federal government and other organizations. And we're taking those off. We're taking those off and putting Riverwalk in. Right? So it has twofold of opening that view shed, that nature shed around the river, as well as reducing impacts of floods to the city in the future, and that we will remove some of those properties out of the flood area.
Sure. Go ahead. We'll go back and forth.
Yes, just give me
Okay, someone asked that
quickly. Sorry, you got it.
quick question or inform you of something I've noticed living right across the street from the river on Park Avenue. We have had a bit of a homelessness issue in some of those vacant homes right next to Riverview Park.
So that's a subject we're gonna have later, if that's okay. You wanna talk about it on Riverwalk?
Well, it's currently happening in public property where the city has purchased homes that have been vacated and dilapidating there for years now.
Okay, so it's gonna.
I've been kind of at a loss of what to do about it because we haven't experienced any unpleasant encounters with the homeless that have been taking shelter there. But I am curious as to what the policy would be going forward with that.
You wanna finish your point?
I do, and it has a little, cast maybe a little bit of light onto the topic. So the thing to understand is there are two things which often when the city talks about them, we conflate them as if they were one thing. But I try to keep them clear in my mind. One is what you can think of as the riverfront acquisitions, which is a separate topic actually from building a Riverwalk park. So what just got talked about is some of the houses that are part of these riverfront reach, they call it acquisitions. So what's going on with that is the houses, many of the houses on the river downtown are in the floodway. So they get flooded regularly, and what happens is FEMA and others come in to fix that, and they do it over and over and over. And FEMA figured out that a much cheaper thing to do would be for them to actually pay for those houses to go away. And so we're in a process, a multi-year process to acquire most of the houses that are in the floodway along the river front, and we've acquired many of them. Just so you know, not through any of our city tax dollars. So it's a combination of funding that comes from FEMA, from King County, from a couple other sources, and so we're able to acquire these houses and then take them down at no cost to the city. The second part of that, which is the Riverwalk Park, is to say, well, great, now you've got all this land, what do you do with it? Hey, let's make this park. But setting that aside for a minute, what happens is we acquire these houses, and then what you just heard is they sometimes sit empty for a while before they get torn down. It sounds like there's a problem with some homeless. So we'll definitely pass that on to the chief and ask them the police chief, and ask them to look into that a bit more. I had not heard, I don't know if any of the other council members had, I had not heard that was an issue. But I've now heard it. We'll definitely pass it on and ask them to take a look at it.
Fortunately, our city doesn't pay for the homeless to have drugs, so we don't attract.
Can I ask a follow-up question real quick to what you just said?
Let him finish, and but you
Okay, I thought it was a
understand.
town hall for citizens.
Yeah, no, let him finish, and then we'll.
Yeah, the question was asked about Riverwalk, so I'm just responding to that before we go to a different question. So keep in mind, so the Riverwalk, as Jim said, is we're going to tell them they are separate, but hey, what are you going to do with it now that this land is now available to do something? So one of the ideas behind this, and this long preceded me being on council, is how do we connect the second most visited natural resource in the state of Washington, the falls, to our awesome downtown city and to the ridge, right? Because too many times people just leave and they don't spend their money. The best kind of money to have is tourism money. They're not a big drain on resources, and they spend their money here. The longer they stay, for every extra hour they stay, they spend incrementally more. And so the idea is you could literally drive through Snoqualmie, as I do every day, and not even know there's a river, right? You could literally, unless you go down Fall City or you cross the Meadowbrook Bridge, you will not see the river. And it's a tremendous resource that we have. And so here's an opportunity to draw people, to give people another reason to come and stay in Snoqualmie. And so there's a lot of reasons to do this, and it's going slower than we want it to. But that is the long-term vision of this Riverwalk, is to, in an appropriate way, expose this beautiful resource that we have to our citizens and to tourists.
All right, do you have a question unrelated to Riverwalk about something else?
Well, I wanted to ask about the houses, and
So-